Today we have field hockey head coach Rupert Lewis, just prior to the start of the 2012 season. Coach, just in the middle of or near the end of your preseason training, talk about how that's gone so far for your team.
I think it's been relatively well considering we had an unusually short preseason this year. School started August 27th and we were here on the 20th. We had 4 days of preseason. I have a freshman group with one transfer of 14 new players. So overall I think it's been very good. There's been some challenges, but we've rised above everything that we've been given to us as a challenge so far.
So 14 new players, that's certainly a lot to bring in and incorporate into the system that you operate here. Talk about your returning players. Obviously they know the system and you know how they have progressed with another year of college field hockey under their belts, and kind of speak to their leadership abilities for the young players.
I think we're very fortunate to have a solid group of returners. We have 8 returning players, not all starters, but with their leadership and help, they've been helping all the new players transition into the college game. Overall, it's been a solid week. We won't know how good we are until we have our first test, which is Saturday against Eastern Connecticut.
Traveling down to Eastern Connecticut, a new opponent for your program. Talk about what you expect from your team going down hostile territory for the first game of the year, non-conference game. How do you view that game? How do you play that game as a coach?
I think for me, success will come in 2 folds. Playing as a disciplined team, staying within the system, the principles that we live and play by as a team, and just having success in terms of growth to the new players and playing within the system. I think overall, if we get some quick goals, I think we'll be okay. Our play date really showed that we will be challenged this year scoring. We did very well defensively, and you know, I think in terms of playing an opponent that I think on paper seems one we'll match up well with, it's going to be interesting. I don't have any scouting reports on this team, but you know, like any other team that you don't have enough information, you'll pull from the resources while you look at stats from the previous year to what they will present to you on the field. I'm sure these young ladies will adapt and rise to the occasion.
Now, tell us what people should expect this team to be like this year. Now, everybody's going to look at the team, and I think the NAC preseason poll ranking the Monks 5th, even though this program has time and again kind of reloaded and been there in the end just about every year, ranking you 5th kind of speaks to 5 returning starters, and having lost the likes of All-America goalkeeper Megan Johnson and a couple of your top scorers. Speak to what people should expect from your team this year.
I think we will have a very competitive season. On paper, we probably are ranked about where we should be with the returning starters. But, you know, my goal is to get this team ready for the playoffs. Come October, we will be a different team. And I think, you know, the kids will respond differently. We're fortunate to have 2 solid freshmen that are possibly going to be starting, and I think they will contribute immediately to the program. The other kids, as they get the opportunity in games, they will also be growing, and come October, I think we're going to be a better fine-tuned machine that will compete. There may be some surprises. I'm going to hold my tongue and wait for the best in the NAC playoffs.
All right, good. Speaking of NAC playoffs, I hate to bring these things up, but last year was a bitter ending to the season. Having lost to Husson, a much lower seeded team in the final, right on your home turf, in a stroke off, no less. Returning players that were involved in that game, do you think that's kind of hardened their resolve and focus a little bit? Do you think that's had an effect on their outlook for this year?
I think it has. For some players, they're definitely focused on having the opportunity to compete against Huston again. I'm not going to put too much weight on the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned over the years it really counts when it's in the playoffs. I just want to be able to get to the playoff rounds, and then we'll see where the chips fall.
All right, great. Well, the Monks start out their season this Saturday at Eastern Connecticut. Their home opener is against NAC rival LaSalle College on Saturday, September 8th. Folks should make sure and come out and support the team then. And Coach, is there anything you want to add about your team?
As usual, it's going to be an exciting year, and I think with the true school spirit and the support that we've had over the years, we're going to be just as competitive as past years. We may not be ranked #1 now, but I think in a couple of years we'll be back to the top winning ways.
All right, great. Coach, thanks for your time and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.